Hello everybody, I'm again playing Valorant, playing Cypher on Split. Okay, so I do put the trip there. I do like that trip a lot. I think early game is just really good. Able to watch flank this way. I'm trying to think of maybe a new camera, and I'm like, this angle, it allows to make sure no one is pushed up through sewers a little bit, and I think that might be a little bit beneficial. But I don't know if I use the camera a lot there. I try to back up and not get hit by the KO knife. So my trips and camps are available to me. I'm playing kind of further back, not playing with the team. I come to my team, Heaven, they're able to get the kill. It's 1v3. Jet plants in like open spot, which is good for us. But if KJ was there, that would have been rough. But on site, our club calmed it. Luckily that Phoenix had won that fight, because I don't know if that Jet would have won. Since we won that round, I go full buy. I was debating if I wanted to play towards A, but I think playing with the team right now is just ideal. Trying to think if this was a good cam. I can see, but I can't really see in that corner. And I was like, do I really like this cam? And I was just like, you know what? I'll continue. I'll keep this cam for now. But it's not ideal because you can't see that corner. So I wasn't sure if it was like a good spot. From that, we know no one's behind. What's it called? I should have not. I didn't need a spam there because I knew no one was there. Luckily, I got traded. Yeah, KO was definitely dying from that, unluckily. And I'm not gonna lie, when watching this play, I don't think personally this is how I would have done it, but it worked out somehow. So you know what? We'll take those. So this one, I kind of do like a half buy where I'm like, I don't really get a full buy, but also my duo is asking me how to smoke. My duo is the clove. So they're asking me how to smoke, and that is why I'm paying that location for them. Basically, just saying like, hey, like this is where smoke should kind of be. You want to be covering both sides. I try to back off, not get hit by the knife. We all get hit by knife, so I'm trying to think about like if they possibly push just due to that info. I want to make sure that we're not getting flanked super hard because I don't have a lot of util flanking and watching flank. Also, I realized Rays can nade my trip. So I think that's a good thing to be aware of. There's two heaven, and I think I should have started moving a lot sooner. That I stood because so I see both of them are still towards A, so I'm calling that to my team. I'm kind of waiting, seeing if I can get like a random pick off on somebody. But I do hear footsteps. And since I hear pushing up to heaven, I kind of play here, and also I see the trip, so I'm just kind of waiting at this angle because I'm like, no way he'll expect this. And luckily, my teammate got it because I kind of did with. This time I'm just kind of thinking about like, oh, like, is this cam work? I'm like, because I was watching Fire the flank, and I was like, maybe this could be a good push. And I was like, I think this might be a little bit deeper of a thing, because then we might push back and then get caught off by someone maybe just standing behind the trip. So I did it a little bit deeper just so we can have some info. Kind of just peek the camera, make sure I doubt anyone was there, but just in case, mentally. I'm waiting for that. Calming that there's someone with Bucky Heaven, we get the kill. I provide smoke there. I basically give myself smoke there as well. I'm kind of just playing off my trips right now. Luckily, we were able to win that. I definitely think next time, I think I need to do my trip a little deeper. Just because, yeah, they can peek you as well as like see, they can like kind of see you without hitting the trip at that moment. And I think I kind of moved into a bad spot. I think personally, I think I should have kept closer to the wall. I'm seeing if any of these camps work. Kind of just seeing any motion. I'm like, this one kind of works. But I'm like, I don't think I do it again. But I do. I was just like, I think that one's okay for now. Kind of just letting movement go, and I want to get my trip set up. Crouch, do it into my eyes, make sure it's all good. I definitely need that moment. I need to aim higher. I'm aiming so low. I give us a wall kind of to push up. I kind of get backed up to the nade. I think I should have maybe pushed out with jet instead of backed up. But I kind of give a wall there just so it's like not too obvious. I just do like a little trip there to see if anyone's flanking or like pushing. I'm waiting basically for my trip to possibly get popped. I think I should have thought about where the bomb was in comparison. I think I think that was not a great position to play, but I think it wasn't. I don't think it was terrible, just solely due to like it being. I think that plant spot is really bad in all honesty. It's just like you don't get a lot of good space like peek to see if bombs getting diffused. I feel like if you can see bomb getting diffused from a lot of different angles, that is the one of the better plans. It's just very dangerous sometimes because that means that's where people can see you from if you're planting technically. But you should never have as many angles. And I decided to put Cam mid because I was like, I haven't seen anybody mid, so I'm like, just wanted to have that out. I see Cam get broke. I saw her running into A. So I'm like, I'm gonna trail her, see if I can get a flank kill, making sure no one's pushing me from flank. I somehow get this classic kill, so yeah, always be ready to pull out your classic or like pull out your secondary, because I want to get some lucky with a classic, so I'll take those. Because I remembered Rays broke my trip last time, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that same exact trip. So I'm kind of just seeing. I'm waiting. I think I need to be more aggressive with my waiting angles. I can't be so far back. I need to actually be looking at something instead of just sitting there waiting behind my team. So now that all like the U2 has been thrown, I kind of just throw a trip down, make sure no one's flanking us. I noticed someone dies heaven. I tried to I tried to smoke it off, but I think I did poor timing on that. Luckily, the clove was able to get a pick there. Good smoke on heaven. That is very interesting that your team would smoke you off, kind of, so you can't really check angles. I think that smoke wasn't ideal for the enemy team, but it made us win, I feel like. But we'll take that. I put the camera down. Like I said before, I don't really think that's like really that great of a camera, and I was trying to think where maybe I could put my camera. So I was trying to just like I'll hold it for now and see what I can do. See, since I hear the nade, I back up, put my trip down now that I know it can be broken. It is a little low though. Like the trip is a little low, and I think I needed to count that it's a little lower than I wanted. Since I have bomb, I'm planting. I give myself a little bit of cover with the smoke. I also put the cam right above it, so I have a lot of confidence that I don't have to worry about it. Luckily, the Phoenix was there. I did not realize that my trip was that low, but luckily the Phoenix was able to get the kill on the KO trying to flank. I wanted to use my cage on accident, but then because of the alt, I totally couldn't. I feel like my where I'm looking is so not optimal. I think I really need to get better at. Again, this trip is a little too. It's not deep enough. I'm doing this cam just to see if I can see anything. Waiting to see if she peeks. We have three. We have numbers. We need to play back. They're both aggressing. I'm telling my duo that we need to back up. Just let us play. I honestly thought that the Reyna was gonna push into the smoke, so I was trying to peek with my duo so I can at least help him hopefully get the kill on Reyna, but she was not even looking there. I think she was just walking that direction. But either way, it worked out. We won that round. Hopefully. This time I'm like, if I'm gonna do a trip, maybe I do a little deeper trip so it's not like we drop down and we get shot at. I'm waiting for KO knife to possibly peek me. So I'm like kind of just making sure nothing can hit me. This moment, I don't know where I should look. I feel like I don't. I'm not looking at the ideal places. And I just spamming a little bit. I don't know if they're peeking. I'm just spamming a little bit again. I alt the corpse, seeing where they all are. We see two in vents, one their spawn, one on site. I kind of provide a trip just in case. Try to get the kill off that, but then the random peeks me off it, and then we get double teamed there, unluckily. We hear some shots over at A. We hear someone going up vents. We come to each other. We come to, unluckily, we get that round. But yeah, I feel like with the Rays, at least I'm being able to adapt, being able to hold my chip instead of letting it get broken with by a Rays nade. And because I am the only one towards the site, I do it earlier. Just because if someone does push me from flank, I at least know that I'm covered from my flank. Unless they nade it, that might break it. But right now, I at least can guarantee like this is not like I'm not getting pushed. I think I like that corner. Like I can get peeked from the other side, but the KO does just win beat me on that fight. I'm telling her Jet that there's someone flanking him. Just kill. Clove is one shot. I feel like I didn't. I should have calmed that to Jet. No, I did definitely calm that to both of them. They were both low. Luckily, Clove was able to get clutch the win right there for us. Trying to think of new setups right now. Trying to think of like, is there anything else I can do? After looking around, I think the default trip might be the best. They can definitely jump over it. That Shin. I planned for long, planning for garage, giving myself a good smoke, having a cam set up. If I hear someone tap, I can guarantee know if they're on or not, type of thing. Also put the trip down since it is last round. But also, I think that is a good trip just in case I get pushed. I can either cam or see them with the trip. Again, I do this cam. I wanted to do it a little bit higher and a little bit, but this one I couldn't see really if people were pushing the side, so I wanted to do it a little lower. And this adjusted the camera where I felt like that was a good height. It wasn't super obvious, but also I could just make sure. I wanted to trip heaven just in case because I'm planning to play up here. I think if I'm planning to play up there though, I think I need to change my camera position because I'm already watching here. I don't need my camera. You know, I'm like kind of watching mid because they smoked it, and I hear a lot of B presence, so I'm kind of just trying to they break trip with that. I kind of am playing out to see if I can get a peek. I'm peeking out with KO. We get the kill. I mean, with Clo, we get the kill. Or whoever I got. I start rotating towards a. I preemptively did that because I wasn't sure where KO was at that moment. So if they are both towards B, closer to B, I'd rather just have guaranteed info of like, yeah, they're on A. I can play them slow. Maybe get the pick, see what happens. Again, I check the camera just in case, kind of set it up how I want it. This time I put a trip here. If they push out, it's guaranteed. Hopefully that we'll see it, but hopefully not broken or anything. This time I'm playing a little bit still in heaven. Yeah, again. I think camera is not great placement wise. Also, the enemy clove smoke is not good. A trip got broke. I decided to put a trip mid just to clarify that we don't get flanked. I dropped down due to the flash. I calm to my team that there's someone mid. I kind of just spam. I get a kill. I do some damage, and rest is history. The reason I start spamming into the smoke right there in that moment is that I see KJ put a turret down. The likelihood that she's standing like kind of behind the turret is very likely. So because she's standing right behind the turret, it's like pretty easy to just start spamming in that general direction, and you should be able to get the kill. Again, I set up here, and that time I think I like this camera a lot better. It's like I can see mid, but also I have my flank watch. This one, I'm not seeing if anyone's gonna push up to me. Kind of wait for a second and then put my smoke up. I mean cam up. It it breaks my trip. I kind of been waiting. I kind of just spam a little bit. I back up. I try to play for my life. I get out somehow. I get traded, but I get a kill at least, getting rid of some of their guns. So that should be good for our team. I feel like the Phoenix plays this pretty well. It's just that the Clove flanks him. So it's not. I think that was just like they played that well, the enemy team, but Phoenix also was not playing that wrong. Again, I do that same trip I did last time. It has been getting broken. I think I do need to change it up, but I think I'm worried. So this time, also because they did break my trip last time, I made it a little bit closer to see if I could play around it. I see some person was garage. I saw some person was mid. I'm kind of worried that I'm getting pushed in right now, but I can't guarantee anything. So because of that, I'm kind of just playing on site, trying to see if I can get a pick really quick. Trying to fast rotate. I know no one should be up their spawn, but I just double check, make sure somehow they didn't dodge it with like Ray's satchel. I assume someone's heaven, but because I have a stinger, I don't think I can take that fight. So I just try to honestly push onto site and fight this. Luckily, unluckily, I get spammed, but I think that's the best what I could have done. Like from the gun I had, it wasn't really made for long distance fights. You can do it. It is just kind of a little bit difficult. So I was trying to get there to fight, but it's okay. I think I need to do a different setup. But because I guess Killjoy never broke that trip there, I was like, you know what? I think I can redo that trip because they might not expect it. I gave them two trips, one mid towards B and one towards the garage. I rotate. This cam again, I said mentioned. I think is a really good cam. Making sure no one's there. I know Clove is heaven, so I kind of wait and then I get the kill on her. She alts. I didn't realize Reyna was up there with her, and because she was up there with her, I couldn't escape in time. I thought it was just Clove. And just due to them having a mass amount of people that tend to play mid, I think I like try to do a little bit different trip. I'm like trying to think, oh like how would I want my cam? Like where would I want my cam? Like maybe instead of putting it like where I normally do, maybe I put it a little bit further down over here. Again, I do a high cam on accident, but you know, it's okay. It's not too high at least. I'm playing a little bit further back this time. The Clove does miss her smoke again. It's not covering my where I would normally stand. But instead, I kind of decide to go onto site. because of the gun I have. I think I definitely thought they were gonna be closer. I did hear someone get orb, but I thought it was gonna be like I was gonna have like a one that's close and one that's far. But they were both kind of far, and I think that was my mistake. I like how Kay was playing, making sure he's only getting seen from like one angle, that he's also looking for the most part. That's unlucky. He just looked away right as it peaked. Unlucky timing. He was waiting for plant. He finally heard plant. Got bomb got planted. He tried to peek through mid. Unluckily, he died. Since a lot of my team are half buying, I decided to half buy as well. Even though technically I think I could have definitely done full buy, I just wouldn't have any trips. I feel like currently I'm like my trips I feel like are good enough, and I want to at least have them on site. Instead of putting another trip, I decided to the camera again. I back down, kind of get into a good spot where I can see my trip. Definitely am worried about heaven. I kind of spam a little bit. I hear raise alt. I immediately start backing up. They break my trip. I get a pick. I got a trade. They got a trade. KO gets another kill. I come to them that he's garage due to that flash coming out of garage. This is kind of crazy though. They push in. KO actually was behind. Phoenix didn't see. I think he might have been blind when he flashed in. And then we won. Thank you for watching, guys.